Okay, welcome. This is not fancy, well-produced anything, but here to talk about being an assassination rogue. And I'm not max level, so we're going to ignore. This is for leveling. This is how very basic stuff to play, and mainly for a couple of friends that asked. If anyone else stumbles upon this and you like this, let me know. I'll do more and I'll do better. But for my audience, I just need to do a little. Well, that's my, whatever. So, first off, let's talk about generally the setup. You see where everything is. You see where that's off to the side. It's within vision, but not in my combat window. I call this my combat window. Everything else is extra crap. Put your damage meters however you like. I got some hidden buttons here for doing stuff. I don't know. But then this bar, well, if you forget or you don't know or you're not the guy I told earlier, you bring up your LVUI, go to data text, go to panels, and you make a new panel. I did it data text proto for prototype, and then basically I put these in the order for this spec and what it wants to be for its stat order, so I can check that out when I'm picking up a piece of gear, I'm modifying stuff. I'll always remember now. I don't have to go to Icy Veins and Wowhead every time and say, hey, is it agility, haste, crit, versatility for this? And then it confirmed that it is, or whatever. I have it here, and so I build all my different profiles. Rogue, Assassin is this one that puts it in order, and if I go with my subtlety, it automatically puts it into whatever order that is, but mine's actually a PvP one, so I have that in a PvP order, which puts versatility up top. I may look up assassination for PvP rogue as well and have a different one, but for now, I'm keeping it basic since I'm still leveling as assassin. My last couple of bits there, and so they automatically change by enable spec profiles. There we go. If you have trouble with that, go direct. I can explain or show or do something specifically on that, but not important. Anyway, another thing, weak auras. If you're a rogue, some of your damage comes from poison. If you forget to do your poison, obviously you're just giving away damage. You're giving away. You could lose a fight because they beat you by 5%. So, and it may happen because you don't have enough poisons on, or the right poison. I can't tell you. I could tell you. This won't tell you all the right poisons to put on, but you should learn them pretty quick because there's a setup for PvP and a setup for PvE, and a setup for attacking and defending. So depending on how you're going to approach your PvP content, you may pick different ones as well, and just get to know your poisons and go off of that. But most importantly, I have a clickable reminder that this poison reminder is clickable and will tell me when to put these on. So what happens is I'll take off my poisons right here. There they go, they're gone. The deadly and numbing are clicking it right or left and right, and then wound and crippling are if I click left and right. In addition, I also hold shift, so shift shifts me down and picks that one. Shift shifts me down and clicks that one. So basically I do a straight left click, hold down my shift button, hit a right click, and I have that, and that's what I use for PvE. So I'm taking down mobs. It's just the most damage output. I don't have to worry about slowing down the enemy or killing their healing ability. The mobs really don't do that too much unless you get more complex. But then by that time, you'll know your spec a little bit better and be able to play through that and pick the right poison for the process that you're doing. Also, the composition of your team and your party will change your choices as well, depending on what kind of support you have going along as well. Some things don't overlap, some things do, and that's something to learn along the line. But right now, we're just trying to get you to fight a mob without dying very quickly. So let's head off to not Borealis, but let's go to Orbis and find us some crash chest dummies. Yes, this is a case of too many add-ons disease. That's why I did that, because I changed my name and it loaded every add-on possible. So you see I have all the things. I don't really need all the things, so I will interface. I will not. I will add-ons. All the things should be up top, and they're not. Addy bags is important. Alcoholic is not. Alcoholic I don't use anymore. There's all the things. I'm going to turn that off. I'm going to turn off alcoholic. I'll make some room. Big wigs I keep on. I don't want to forget it. Atlas loot. We'll see if that still works. Bit CC callouts. Stuff that I'll need. Very low impact. The tracker is important. Leatrix Plus is important. Little Wigs is for dungeons. Immersion helps out a lot. Icy HUD is that thing up front. Handy notes. Mask. I am not using it. I probably could get rid of it. This thing is my new fun looking at my damage thingy. And MST. I have no idea what that is. Oh. Goes along with mixed scrolling battle text. Anyway, so whatever. Not going to work here anymore anyway. So, reload my UI to not include those things anymore. And you get to look at this great picture again. Bear with me. Maybe you're getting your snack ready. It's a good time to do that, or your drink, because this video will be longer than 5 minutes. It's probably gone that long already. Alright, so here we are in famous Orbis, and I'm running, and I should be riding. Not going to grab quests or anything. I'm just going to actually let me get over to my home zone. I'll do that. I should have done that from the beginning. Nothing to gain here. Don't mind the mog. I keep getting until I hit 60 and I get something that'll last longer. I'm not mogging my gear. It's too expensive nowadays. Alright. So hopefully you can hear all the sounds, everything going on. Nothing to do here because I'm not maxed out yet. But let me get out into the world. Oop, that's not it.
Why would anyone walk anywhere?
Why would anyone walk anywhere? So, out in the world, let's just head here and then we'll head south. This is a quick flight. As always, these are all the buttons controlled by Alt. I have an Alt on my mouse and I have an Alt on my Tartarus. So by clicking either one, depending on what I'm trying to do, I can then hit the main buttons on my Tartarus and activate any of these spells. All these spells automatically come up if they're macroed as yellow. So if I look down at a glance, if for some reason I forget, I do Alt a lot. It reminds me all these are green. And all these are red or like an orange, so they stand out and they don't really conflict with my spells. I don't have a lot of those colors don't pop up a lot, so I did it that way. Anyway, so here we are out in the world. Let's go find something to kill. Let's head south and kill that stuff. I don't know what it is, but we'll get it. And I forgot to turn on war mode, so I'll have to go head back to Dalaran pretty soon, or not Dalaran. Did I? Am I war mode? Am I war mode? No, I forgot. Thank you, Matete. So, while I'm stealth, I'm going to open with Garrote. And I have it, let me show you how I'm kitted out real quick and talk about that. I have this. This allows Mutilate to cause my ambush to be free and usable without stealth. And I'm basically just reading what it says. But it increases by 40% once the target is getting closer to dead time. So it's like a good time. It's kind of like a miniature execute. Not so much, but it does do some pretty good damage. I mean, right here, it is 1197 versus, well, this one's 1814, but that's over 18 seconds. So that's 100 a second. That's not that grand, but you want it helps. So you want that ticking away. Subterfuge, that allows all these things that you see on my stealth window, my main stealth combat window. It allows all of them to be usable for the next 3 seconds. So I'll open up, I'll do a garrote, I'll get 2 ambushes out, and by that time I'm over on my combat points, and even if I'm still in stealth, I'll pop my number 6 button, which is 1100 damage, 1200 damage over 6 seconds of my Envenom, because that's your main spender. And that'll get him going. It'll burn him down. That helps out a lot because it's only over 6 seconds, so it's 3 times more effective than Garrote. But that also silences them, so they're not going to cast on you right away. It gives you a leg up once you start hitting them. Like, oh crap! I can't do anything, and then you go into that. And this is assassination. And then I always keep I heal a lot with this. It's like a lot, so you're going to use that. Subterfuge allows me to do that for that much. This gives me more energy. I find out I'm a little energy starved right now with my current gear configuration. And I will pause right here because I have a friend. So go ahead.
Do.
Alright. Future YouTuber right there. Alright, go to bed. Alright, hopefully you wrote all that down. Let's get back into it. So, Garrote, then this, and then this button. So let me find a single. Once I come out of stealth, turns into Mutilate, which is your main combo builder. Combo builders and spenders. That's what it's all about, being a rogue. And this screen is going to get real busy real fast. And I apologize if it's cluttery for you. Slow it down, pause it, watch it, see what's going on, and it'll tend to help you. Over here you'll see a copy of all my spells, like telemetry on what's going on. Here you'll see my spells dripping, or anything happening to me, spinning down on the side. Over here you're about to see all the damage I'm outputting onto my current target and how that all looks. So you'll see that appearing and what it does, and different colors mean different types of damage. Not important for this time, but later on when you know this information, it will aid you in knowing what hurts them more, or if you know they're weak towards something, or if you whatever. Knowledge is power. So let's go right here. Now if I was sub, I would shadow step to him, or shadow strike him, which is a shadow step with an immediate attack, but I forgot I'm not that. So I'm going to open up with a Garrote, and then an ambush comes out, and another ambush comes out, and then I told you it's time to do an Envenom. And then I whack on 2 of those, then I'll go ahead and make him bleed. Oh, well, he died. So if he would have lasted longer, then I would have had this rupture, which is pretty strong, a pretty strong bleed. But they didn't last that long. But in a battle against another player or a boss, you would go to that. Probably go to that first before Envenom, so you'd have another dot ticking, the bigger dot ticking. And then after that, actually you want to look, this is macro to be stealth, or while I'm in combat, a little X is right here, it will be slice and dice, which gives me haste, which speeds me up. In my stealth mode, that's the only time you can do cheap shot. If I need to stun them for 4 seconds, it's right there. Sap is ahead of time, so if I'm going to pick on 2 mobs, and these aren't sappable, so we're not going to play around because they're elemental, but if they were, I'd sap one and attack the other. I keep blind over here on the side. It is a mouse over blind. If I'm attacking one and someone comes to help them, I mouse over quickly, shift 8, and they're blind for a minute if they're an NPC or a mob, and 8 seconds if they're a human or a person. Shadow step is a mouse over, so I can get close, and then open up as normal. 2 ambushes and envenom and another mutilate. Oh, ambush came for free, that's why I keep it right there. And then they're basically dead. I don't do slow-mo. I do have a video editor, but I'm not doing that time to do that. So you're looking at it, and then up here in the upper left, it's usually I'm gonna maybe put, well, I have Shroud of Concealment if my team needs to sneak, so that's ready over there. 6-minute cooldown, so we only can do it once in a dungeon, but I'll keep it there. My stealth is here, I said, but this stealth is a different stealth. This stealth does stealth, or if I'm in combat, it's rhymes with vanish, so I can get the hell out of there. And then I have my Cloak of Shadows directly below it, so I can hit that, which I remember where it's at. It's all my stealthers have a secondary emergency stealth here, and then that just cleanses anything off of me, so I don't pop out of stealth due to having, a dot on me or whatever. This will clear the dot, hopefully. This, if they get in range, is a little throwy knifey thing. Shadow step, yeah. You know what these spells are. Ignore this one. This is this. You don't get that till you're older, till you grow up. Well, let me get out of stealth. I'm okay. I'm safe. I forgot I'm not in battle mode. So here I have Fan of Shadows, Fan of Knives. This is my Fane. Protects me from AoE. This is Flagellation. If you're a Venthyr, you'll be using that. It's a power up. It's a Covenant power up, so it's cool. Like I said, those are primarily duplicated on my other screen, except for that. And then what I'm missing here is I'll get that throwy knife thing. That's what I need. So let me do that real quick. It's called Pick Lock. I don't use Tricks of the Trade. I'm gonna put it over here. Maybe I'll find a reason to use it. Slice and Dice is actually right here when I'm in combat, so that's not a problem. Pickpocket, that's useless anymore. Ambush, it must be a primary. Nope, it's a specialty. Poison Knife, that's a way to throw at range. I keep it here up top. Most things that are range for me are usually up here because I imagine projecting them forward and throwing them or whatever, so it makes sense for me, whatever. Nothing else needs to be there, so that's all your spells. What else do I get? Nope, I have all my spells now. Yeah, I'm all spelled up. Make sure if you're human, and you should be if you're playing Alliance Rogue, Will to Survive is someplace close. It is nowhere on my screens, as you can see, so I'll put it right there, I guess. I'll figure it out if that's good or not. That is useless. That's a duplicate, get rid of it. This I may spec to that, so I'll leave it there, because I can still do that if I wanted to. Oh, I was in the middle of this. They say cheat death is the way to go. I've been using this to grant me 10% leech. But cheat death is probably the way to go. But right now I want the free healing because I'm only questing. Iron Wire adds stuff to your garrote, makes it more hurdy, and the duration's longer, and enemies do 15% less damage. So you want to get that on everybody. This is boost your finishing moves. This is a poison bomb, and Venom and Rupture has a 4% chance of combo point smash vial poison it. Oh, that's that like spooge on the ground. That's like 8-foot circle. Another extra little AoE that happens there. So that's usually the go-to. This is usually the go-to. This is a go-to. Everything else is kind of preference. If you want to move around faster, you're questing, this could be good, but I really like that 3 seconds. It's really helped me out a lot because I burn things down really quick. But I'm on the fence. Sometimes I want this, sometimes I want that. No big deal. So that is my build, and notice I don't have any presets on it. So that's called Talent Set Manager. If you want to use that add-on, it's really good. So that's basically it. Let me show you. Let me go kill a swarm of bees. I will stealth, and I will attack. Oh, I can't jump in. So I hit them, hit them, hit them. All combo points are there, and they're dead. So I didn't even last that long. And I have more toxins. Oh, that's still a quest I'm doing. Okay, for shits and giggles, I will now show you the magic of Subtlety Rogue. There's a B in it, so I try to pronounce the B. Doesn't sound good. Okay, pay attention to this. Abracadabra, Alakazoo. Assassination turns into sub. And these will change to be PvP sub order. As you can see, haste is there, and now it's versatility. So that's important. That's priority. They don't have to be in height order, but just so you know what they are. I have a lot of mastery, and that's good for PvP because some of my stuff loves the mastery. Make sure I put my instant poison on. For whatever reason, your main hand always needs poison after you do a spec change. So I'm still stealth, so they were kind enough to leave me in stealth for that. Now my opening is significantly different, because now I will find a bad guy. And I'm not in PvP, so I've lost a function. Usually I'll hit this, Cold Blood. Oh, PvP. Let's boom. Premeditation, Night Stalker because I like to move around. Mark for Death gives me 5 combo points immediately, and I get them all back if it dies within 1 minute, and things die within 1 minute, so I get to use Mark for Death again. Doing this Soothing Darkness, it heals me all the time. All the time I'm getting healed. So it's a good PvP one because you run and you hide. You could be in Shadow Dance, and you're going to get 3% heals every second. So I pick that. A lot of people still pick Cheat Death, but I go for the heals. Shot in the Dark, no. Prey on the Weak. If someone's taking a cheap shot or a kidney shot, which I use a lot on this build, and you should too, under Subtlety, they take 10% increased damage for 6 seconds from all sources. So if you're on a team, only one of you really needs this. I don't know if it stacks. We could try that. We have a ganker bait team that will see if someone gets a 20% increase on their stuff. I don't know. I'll see if that stacks. Now my Shadow Dance increases damage by 30%. So when I'm in Shadow Dance time, things hurt. My other option is to do this, and I get a second Shadow Dance. I think I usually do this. So it depends. Optional. This is totally preference. If you want to do 2, it actually might be better because then you have more hits going on there. And then just energy. Whenever you enter stealth, your energy boosts right up, or you activate Shadow Dance, you keep getting energy, and that's a good thing. A lot of people pick this for dungeons. It's another cooldown, but I like this one. Because as you saw, you'll see currently with my gear, I'm energy starved as a assassination rogue, and I could be starved as subtlety. I don't know yet. Things die too quick. I don't have prolonged fights. Shadowy Duel is a PvP talent you want. That way, if you're in this group versus that group, you can pull one guy aside, and it's just you and him. Most people can't take on a rogue one-on-one, so you're going to burn them down. Cold Blood, like I said, will give me a 10% boost to everything that I do to the target in question. Smoke Bomb lets me and my team hide. We can't get targeted. It helps us out during the fights. And then I need to be on war mode, and I'm not. So this is going to be useless for now. Oh, talking about my stealth buttons. You see 3 of these because I want to see the cooldown and make sure I'm using it every chance I get. You see these because all these mean something different. This is my main target. This is Arena 1, Arena 2. Same thing here. And there's my, so I have Flagellation there. My opener, I always open up with Shadow Dance. I may try to blind somebody while I'm in stealth mode. And the reason I have all these things that are usually normal combat, when I go into Shadow Dance, it goes to this map and everything's usable. So it mirrors the other one. So let's come out of stealth. not a lot changed. But there's my Shadow Dance, which will activate that. Shadow Strike is more important than Backstab, so that's why it changes there. And then instead of having Cheap Shot here, which you can't do out of stealth, I have Kidney Shot, which takes combo points, but you want to do that in the fights because it stuns them and it lasts a long time, and you can beat them up a little bit. And if they're stunned, they're not hitting you. I keep this here because it gives me 5, so I'll hit a Eviscerate, I'll hit a Mark for Death, and I'll go back to an Eviscerate. So they got 2 of those in a row, hitting 1100 damage or wherever your current class is at. My Shadow Dance is here. My big hitters here. This has a couple of spells inside of it, and they are Subtlety. My big has Shadow Blades, Shadow Dance, Symbols of Death, and non-combat. It turns into... Oh, I made it double. Oh, non-combat, it used to turn into Distract, but that's only when I was stealth, so it doesn't work anymore. But that's a good idea. Sometimes I'm smart. So those are all combat things. If I put 2 slashes, so we'll ignore it. This Shadow Dance one is Shadow Dance and Symbols of Death at the same time, which is this thing here, which gives me a 15% bonus to the damage I'm doing. You always use it on cooldown, which means always use it. Use it every chance you get. Then my Shadow Strike does the same thing. See, every button also does that to make sure it's always on. It's not completely accurate. If you're doing arena and you know better, you'll give it its own button and be able to hit it. But for what I'm doing at my level, it's just nice to always have that hitting, and I don't forget. And these stay dark. I put 3 of them up there just so didn't have anything to put there anyway. So the eye catches 3 things in a row. And just like over here, if I panic and I need to heal up, when I panic, I can hit one of those heals for sure, probably. Unless I found a way to put it here somewhere, I would, but I don't think I have the real estate to keep it there. And then my mouse wheel on my Tartarus up and down gives me evasion, and I have a show you stealth. Oh no, I gotta be in combat. And then down here in combat it's feign. Out of combat it's a ground mount, since there's no flying in here. So let me show you the opener on this. I'll try and talk my way through it. It will go fast. So I shadow step or shadow strike him. I backstab him. I backstab him. I do it again. He's got 5. I hit him with that. Let's do some of that there. Oh, let me stun him. Now he's not doing nothing to me. And then I reach up and heal. So, yeah, I didn't do that perfect. Let's watch it again. Same thing. Don't need to get close. I just need to get within range. I know I'm in range because he's my target, and that is not red if I back up. Oh, it doesn't work that way. Never mind. So I'm there. I got all my combo points. I hit him with that. I go back to Shadow Dance. I hit him with some of that real hard, and he doesn't last long. Let's go hit this guy. So close enough. Whack him. Slice him. Slice and dice. See how it comes up in bottom left when I'm in combat. Rupture or bleed out, and basically I can stop fighting. If they're under 35% and you hit Rupture, it's probably going to melt them down by themselves, just normal mobs. Then I go back into stealth. Pop a health jar. They replace in 30 seconds. It's real nice. Even though I have this mouse over a shadow step, because this is a shadow step, when you're stealth, you appear behind your target and you deal 25 additional damage. So that's a nice hit. And then I go right into backstab. Enough pieces. Eviscerate. That one. Heal. And that's the explosion thing. You may ask yourself, why the heck did you tell me to play Assassin? Because this looks fun as hell. It's supposed to go meta. That's the predictions, so you need to know how to do both. And with a 7% general boost across the board, this is Assassination 2 is damage. The math supports that when you have all the right conduits and you're out there doing your PvP or your PvE, it will hit how it's supposed to hit, and you'll be glad that you did. Know how to play both. Know how to play all three. Rogue is so much fun, because then you get grappling hook and things like that. So let me wrap this up. Let me see if there's anything else important I need to go over. No, not a whole lot of buttons. Same deal here with this is now a vanish. You just can't see it. I just know it. And what I usually like to do. Oh, there's my real vanish. So if I see that is on cooldown, it lets me view it. And that's my Shadow Duel. Everything's Shadow something on this. They should call it Shadow Spec, not Subtlety. Shadow Rogue, I don't know. And then Shiv, kind of useless on this one, although I do say to do it once in a while. I don't. Nothing lives that long. Maybe in a longer fight, I'm getting panicky, I'll slap buttons around. Or if I Cold Blood. Maybe I could find a way to put Cold Blood and my heal on the same thing and hide that, or maybe have that on another page and keep my heal here to be consistent. Because I use it, that's a setup button. I don't really. Well, I do use it in combat, so let's be brave. Let's be wild. Oh, that's not combat, son of a bitch. Because that's that one. Yeah, I don't know. Bear with me. We'll figure it out. That's it. Let me stop this and get on there and publish it and have my one viewer view it. Big shout out to Lionel. He's probably going to watch it as soon as I publish it. And I shout out to Matt because I told him to watch it. And if I get any more viewers than that, I will be amazed. Thank you. Burnout. Wrong button.